on, you guys? Like what you guys said, another one take review. It's your boy Big Dog back with a review for Batman Hush, DC's newest animated film. I love DC. I love DC animated film universe. It's my favorite universe. I like all the comics. The film universe is my favorite. Well, DC's film universe is my favorite. They kill it with these, and they're bringing to life one of the most iconic Batman stories of the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I've read Hush. I own Hush. I've read it. So when I found out they were doing Hush, I was pretty excited. But I kind of knew like they're gonna change some things. Some things they're not gonna be able to do the exact same way. And then as soon as the movie starts, I kind of got that sense or that feeling because I'm like, okay, because like there are just certain changes like the Bane and Killer Croc. You know that they traded Killer Croc for Bane. We didn't see Roz in this. The ending is very different from the comic, like so much different. The Red Hood appearance wasn't in the film, which was my favorite part of the comic, actually, if I'm being honest. I think that was the first time that we ever saw Jason Todd before under the Red Hood, you know what I'm saying? And like Jason Todd is like one of my favorite, he's top 3 favorite DC characters for me. So, but like since we already had the Under the Red Hood animated series, it wouldn't be necessary for them to do that same thing in this because it wouldn't have the same effect. So they did some things to like make sense. Only thing I feel like that lacked. There are 2 things I think that lack. One not lack, but there's 2 big things that takeaways from this. They're not neither of them positive and negative. It's just like takeaways. Is that one, they changed the ending in the movie because like I needed to give you more of a action ending because the comic doesn't really end in like this big action showdown. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, the relationship with Tommy and Bruce in the comic is explored more. I feel like once Tommy, what happens with Tommy and his relationship with Bruce is more felt in the comic. And I feel like that's one thing the movie was missing. But overall, voice acting great, animation great. The fight choreography is always superb in this. They kind of tried to make this one more of a Bruce and Selena story. I like that, except when it got to the end. Because there was a situation where one person was captured, and I was thinking there should have been 3. It should have been, instead of just one person, there should have been 3 people, and then that I would have felt better with that ending instead of just one person. And I think if you see this movie, I'm pretty sure you guys can like guess who those 3 people I would have preferred to be captured instead of just one person in particular. Not only that, they traded Huntress for Batgirl. It's just a couple scenes were shortened, a couple of things, you know, I mean, because it's an hour and 20, you know what I'm saying? The book is, I don't know how many chapters of the book, but the book is pretty thick, you know what I'm saying? I got the graphic, well, I got the trade or whatever. So, like I said, it's more to explore there, but like whenever you're doing these adaptations, you know, whenever they taking something from one thing to another, of course they're not gonna put all this stuff in there because a lot of that stuff is not filler or fluff. It's just, but like they just give you like the meat of the story. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I felt like in the comic, the meat of the story was Bruce and Tommy. But the movie, I kind of feel like it's more Bruce and Selena, and they explore their relationship more, which is something I like if it goes in the direction I think it is, and they adapt. Like maybe it might not even be this year. Well, I know it's not gonna be this year. It might not even be next year or even the year after. But I think coming around, they're gonna end up adapting like the wedding and everything leading up to the wedding, which would be super exciting because like issue 49 of this current run of Batman Rebirth is one of my favorite. Well, issue 48 and 49 is probably one of my favorite runs. I mean, my favorite like two comics because it deals with Selena and the Joker and some people in the church, which if you haven't read it, it is fantastic. And then issue 50. We all know that's the wedding, so it's like I hope they can. It's really like from issue 25 to 50, they can congest that down and like give us like a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping they do that, and I think that's why this movie was set up the way it did, and like that why that relationship was explored more than the Tom and Bruce relationship. Overall, loved it because the ending kind of, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't bad. It just like it was different, you know, and I see why they did it. But overall, I still dig it quite a bit. You guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Catch up with you guys later. Peace.